The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on last year's national champion, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcats offense is on the field for the first time today. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is...
There he goes! And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down.
Ernie on the Jets! He's at the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So UCF's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and your sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Knights come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, better look out! And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. action. Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
He'll pull it on the read. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
Marches ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on 3rd down.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Bearcats have this offense rolling. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Get in right now, boys. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Looking for a crease. It's Owen. He has the first and still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Got a man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Knights will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got the first down. Looking for more. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Bearcats will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats will have it first and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much in that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Touchdown, Bearcats! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Build that momentum, offense. Let it. Slow it. Doesn't matter what the catch.
He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's low. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Knights decide to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The running back has it. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Bearcats. It's ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking for space. It's Owen. He's now up to 64 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the tailback.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They're dealing with a second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Owen. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out of this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's slow. Gets away from one. He's got space. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's McGooligan. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on third down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Owen. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and so on.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field.
Got that cheat code out there.
They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking about what...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Power football with the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the 1st down, and it's a 4th down decision time coming. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They run the reverse. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous. Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then when it...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The UCF offense back on the field. Go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. You just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quarterback on the keeper. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. It's McGooligan. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Caught behind the line. It's low. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package, and I can still get home rushing forward. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it, and they did just that.
On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Now, fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Off play action. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Reels it in on the left side. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires on the move. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
He lobs one high down the left side. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Bearcats are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good...
Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5.
The return is brought down at the 19, and the UCF offense will take over.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. And that had all the makings of it. Hard to meet windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch it, they're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Red behind the line. It's McGooligan. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Knights will punt this one away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the... Cincinnati offense back on the field. Quick release by the QB. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle.
There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Catch in the middle, it's Payne. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bearcats are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They just keep firing. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching the football that's...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
I want to have consistency in my run game. I tell you what, this is how you do it. You don't have to always make the big play, but if you give it enough time, it's like Novocaine. You keep feeding it, all of a sudden, boom, you make a big play off of it. You can tell the offense stuck with it, and they were rewarded for it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run there?
I think now, yeah, of course. Now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after taking the sack. I like mixing it up, but if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
Wants to fire on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The handoff keeps working on that clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll leave it with him. Oh, what a caught! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
This time on target. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Caught. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Safe completion on the screen. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. They marched 72 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's McGougligan. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. You sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
game.